Today I'll do a bit of a change and I will talk about the experience from the bank and then talk about a certain experience from the DSA. So, when I was, as I keep saying, that these are just experiences that I'm talking about and how the corporate world is working. And, there's a lot needs to change. And not just with a particular bank that I keep taking examples or stories with, but all across. And the reason for that is when somebody like Narayan Murthy says we should work 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. It's not a problem of number of hours you're clocking in, but also the ability and skill what people are bringing to the job and how much is enough, and beyond that you can't push it any further. So anyhow, so I will talk about this experience when I was working with the. It's a very good bank, and I just do a certain experience sharing. So when I was working with the ICICI bank, at some time there is this person. She joined in as a relationship manager from another role. She was a branch manager and then she came in and joined as a relationship manager. So while talking, I just asked her that, what made you change the role and come in as a relationship manager. One, she sounded little evasive that something, and then she said that there was a problem with the branch. I said, what was the problem with the branch? She said, I used to feel something was not okay there. I said, like what? She said, just some energy was not okay. I said, what energy was not okay? And she says, I could feel something and it was a bit eerie. I said, what? You know, what were you feeling? What were you feeling that was eerie? And she said, there was something in that branch, like a ghost. I said, like a ghost? She said, yeah. She said, it would started to affect my health and I was starting to feel something, you know. And then I went and spoke to just someone and I said, why she moved out of the branch? I said, she's telling me she was sensing a ghost in the branch. And this person told me she doesn't even know how to talk to a client, doesn't even know how to talk to any staff. She said they just got rid of her. And she said that's why they moved her out of the branch role. And now she's looking for a new role. She said she's making up these stories and telling nonsense to people. I said, okay. I saw her working in the bank, and I think she's still working in the bank. And she easily must be taking now 2-3 lakhs a month. And she doesn't know even how to talk. How she beating and surviving the system, I will not tell you. There are too many people buying too many stories. There's too much shit sitting in the big organizations. Now I will come to a certain experience from a DSA. Once I had my job. So in a DSA, we would go meeting clients, shop to shop, office to office, and I had this new joinee with me, and we went to a certain office, and we get in. We say hello to the office owner or the shopkeeper, and he also smiled, said hello, and you know I walk in, and my new journey follows me, and then I heard a bit of a sound, and it was a bit loud, and I just looked around, but I looked in the front around, and I didn't see anything, and I just thought it may be just some sound, maybe something fell, something happened. I couldn't tell what was that sound. And then as I'm about to sit, I look at the client, and he's just looking with lot of intensity, his eyes wide open, and a very serious look on his face. And he had just smiled and said hello 2 minutes back. And I said, "Sir, what happened?" And he says, "Nothing." And then I looked at my new joinee who's standing behind me. It has never happened that a new joinee, or any person for that matter, not just a new joinee, even in, you know, my interactions with anybody ever, it has never happened that a person has mirrored the other person's look. It's like whatever look maybe I'm giving, the other person is also giving, like exact mirrored look. That is what I'm experiencing at that time. When I looked at the new joinee, he has the same intense look with wide eyes, and he's just looking at me exactly the same way this client was looking at me. And I said, "What happened?" And the new joinee also says nothing. And I said, "It's not possible." In those quick seconds, I told myself it's not possible the client and the new joinee know each other. Because we've just randomly walked into a shop. It's not planned. I had decided where we are going. And I said, it's impossible that they both know each other. I said, then how are they sharing or giving the exact same look? And it was a very intense look of, a bit of a fear or just something. And because both of them wouldn't leave the look, I just told the client, I said, "Sir, if you're busy, we can come later." And he kept the look on, and he just nodded like this. I don't know what is going on. And I just thought that maybe something is going on. And I'm asking them, they don't tell me, neither the client nor the new joinee. And I said, okay, maybe some other time or some other day, but today is not the day to talk. And so I step out of his office, but my new joinee is not moved. He's just standing there. So I look in, I look at him as I stepped out of the office, and I said, "Let's go." And with all the intensity and that look. He says, "Ma'am, I'm just coming." I said, "No." I said, "What are you hanging back for?" I said, "Let's go." He said, "मैम मैं आता हूँ आप चलो." मैंने कहा, "पर क्या हुआ? What happened?" And then he's quiet. And the client is not moving. I can't tell what is going on. And this new joinee wouldn't move. I said, "Let's go." I said, "I'm not leaving you here alone with the client. And he says, "मैम मैं अपने आप ऑफिस आ जाऊंगा आप चलो." I said, "पर हुआ क्या?" And then he says, "मैम समझो ना." I said, "क्या?" He said, "मेरी पैंट फट गई." I said, "What?" And then he just turned around, he moved his hand, and the entire seam had just come off. And I started laughing. And at this time, he started laughing, and the client also started laughing. I said, "Okay."